All right, boys. Today we're talking about women, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly, the do's, the don'ts. As you can see, the title, it's crazy. It's crazy. I never thought that I would be in this position making this video today, but I'm going to share my experience, what to watch out for, whether sleeping with this many girls is actually a good or a bad thing, and yeah, hopefully it gives you guys some insights because I never thought I would be doing this kind of video before, but fuck it, we're here. So, quick story. Let's start with my kind of, upbringing, how my experience was with girls growing up. So around 13, 14 years old, I never really was good with girls. I didn't really know how to speak to girls. I didn't get the girls that I wanted. I was the kind of guy that just had crushes on girls, but just fucking, you just obsessed with it. Didn't know how to speak to them. And I would just cross paths with them in school and just not know what to fucking do, man. And it was very hard. It was very hard. And I was completely convinced that guys who were getting girls were just born with the skill. They just knew how to speak to girls, and that I wasn't going to be one of those guys. And I accepted my faith. I was like, I'm not going to be one of those guys. I'm not going to try. I literally remember it like yesterday. And I thought, I'll just wait for my soulmate. I'm going to wait for my soulmate, and that's it. And I was like this for years, like 13, 14, 15, 16, around 17 years old. I just gave up on girls. Like I was like, fuck it. You know what? Like I was super, just kind of like consuming porn, like every fucking 15, 16-year-old who doesn't know how to speak to girls and doesn't get laid. And that was it. That was my crutch. And I was just focusing on football. I was playing football at the time and I was doing music. And that was it. Until this girl shows me some interest at school, in high school. She comes to talk to me at break times, hangs out with me. And I'm just like, at the beginning, I'm just like, the fuck? Like, why is this girl coming to see me? What is it? What is it about me? And the more time she spent with me, the more I got attached to her. And then eventually I was like, hey, do you know what? Maybe this is my soulmate. This is the girl that I was waiting all my fucking life. And I decided to take initiative and be like, hey, do you want to go on a date? And I take her to McDonald's, which actually was not a bad shout initially when I think about it. But I took her to McDonald's, and again, I had no game at the time. I didn't know anything about female nature. I didn't know anything about girls. And after that date, she just started ghosting me. She never came to see me at break times. And then a couple of weeks later, she was in a relationship with this different guy who, to my ego, was actually not as good looking as I was. I wasn't good looking anyways, but he was worse looking than me. He had like spots everywhere. He had glasses. I had spots as well, but at least I didn't have glasses. Nonetheless, I lost big time with this girl, and I thought, right, fuck it. I need to do something about this. And that's when I started to learn game. I started to learn about female nature, and I started to go out more. I started to, use dating apps, and that's when I got kind of a bit more experience with girls. And then I eventually lost my virginity at 19 years old. The way I've lost my virginity is crazy. I'm going to make a whole video about it. So make sure to subscribe to hear that story. It was fucking crazy. It was my second year of university, and it was after a class with some girl in my class. We didn't even go on a date, dude. It was just crazy. But after that, I was 19 years old. I lost my virginity. And then since then, I just got a taste of having sex with women. And I was just fucking addicted. I started to literally ramp up the bodies and just like stack them up. Dating apps, going out at night, picking up girls from clubs, picking up girls in the daytime, in the street, doing day game, night game, the whole fucking thing. Like picking up girls became my whole life, alongside music and football when I was 20, 21, 22, 23. And by the time I was 24, I racked up probably over 50 girls. At least, like definitely, like if not 60 plus, 24, and then 25, 26, 27. I would say that at least there was a year where I slept with a different girl for at least every week for at least a year. Every week I slept with at least one new girl for a year straight. And I don't know how that adds up. It probably adds up to like 50 plus chicks. And look, the pros of it, I will start with the pros. It feels amazing, right? It feels amazing to be able to go from a guy who has no skill with girls to understanding female nature and understanding game and understanding how to behave with women to get what you want, which is ultimately sex as a guy, let's be honest, feels incredibly amazing. It's insane. Dude, it felt like a superpower. Like I wake up some days and I'm like, I'm horny today. Instead of jerking off, I would go out, spend a couple hours, meet some girls, like approach some girls, get their numbers, or even go on a date with them that same day, and then take them home. Like I have had experiences, many of them, more than I can count on one hand, where I went out one day, spoke to some girls, went to grab drinks with them the same very day, and then took them home after having those drinks. It's insane. It's crazy. And it's not alcohol. It's not like I don't drink, right? I if I drink, I get 1 or 2 glasses maximum. I don't like alcohol. And those girls weren't drinking too. Like I've never been drunk. And I've done this many, many, many times over and over again, and I've got proof of this. So subscribe to the channel, and you can see that in my community linked in the description, all the proof, all the evidence. But it felt amazing. It felt like a superpower. Imagine right now I walk up to you and be like, hey dude, I can teach you everything you need to know to get laid with girls quickly right now. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, let's fucking do it. And that's how we felt. So it felt amazing. Another pro is learning about female nature and learning the skill of seduction and being good with women, because that's something that you keep forever and you never struggle with women ever again. I can be in any city in the world and I know I'm going to get laid because I just know how to do it. I've done it so many times. I know the fucking game now. And that's probably the only pro about it. It's like you get tons of sex, which is, feels amazing at the time, and you learn about female nature. The cons of it is time. It takes so much time to talk to bitches, bro. It takes so much time to talk to girls, go on dates, spend a lot of time texting, all that stuff. It's just long. It's so fucking long. And then eventually you start to get a lot of these girls hooked on you. They fall in love with you and all that stuff, and they start texting you all the time, and they start to ask more of your time, more of your attention. And when you're trying to get on with your business and you're just trying to fuck and you're trying to get on with your life and go to the gym and deal with your, do your own thing, it starts to suck a lot of your energy and it becomes a bit of a drama. And that's probably the biggest problem with having so much girls. The idea sounds great, but this is time that I've spent talking to girls that I could spend in my business, getting my money up, getting, business up and running and doing other things, which I'm now focusing on. But getting girls is not really, like, it doesn't feel great after you've had sex. Like, you just bust a nut and you're like, fuck, I just feel the same again. And this is why it's so addictive. It's very similar to like masturbating or fapping. You're addicted to the feeling ultimately at that point, but after that, once you jerk off, you're just like, you're back to normal, right? And sex feels the same. It feels amazing at the time, but once you nut, you're just like, fuck, and sometimes you regret some of the girls you sleep with because you're like, she's not worth it, bro. I'm better than this. I can do better than that. So let's do don'ts, the things that you should not do. From my experience sleeping with this many girls, never do fancy dates, especially the first time. You don't know the girls, bro. You don't know these girls. Like, you don't know who they are, especially if you haven't met them before, bro. Like, there's no point spending your time and money, so much time and so much money into a girl that you don't know. You don't know if she's good in bed. You don't know if she's a nice girl. You don't know her values. You don't know what she stands for. You don't know if she's going to be nice to be around. You don't know anything about her. So if you're the guy who leads with, oh, I'm going to take you to dinner. I'm going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to do this for you. First of all, it's extra try hard. Women see through it because she knows she doesn't deserve it. She knows she doesn't deserve a $100, $200, date, because she doesn't know you. You don't know her. Like, why would you justify spending that much money just because she's a girl? Well, that automatically makes you lower value, because if you pedestal a girl just because she's a girl, it means you don't get pussy, right? But if you treat her like a normal person, then she's like, okay, he's normal. Even women will call you normal. But if you overcompensate, you're overcompensating for a reason, and that's how women see it. So never do fancy dates. I do drinks, bro. I do coffee during the day. I don't overcompensate, and women, it works great. I usually pull from just simple couple of drinks, one drink in this bar, another drink at that bar, and then I take her somewhere else, and then we just go home. So don't overplay it, don't overcompensate. So that's what I would say not to do when it comes to if you want to sleep around with girls. Don't do fancy dates, because if you're going to go on many dates, and if you start doing fancy shit, it's going to stack up. Let's do things that you should do. Wear protection. Okay, wear protection, dude. I have, been trying to wear protection for all the times that I've been sleeping with these girls, and it can get tempted, right? It can get tempted to like not do it without any condom because it just feels so much better. But I would say train yourself to do it with the condom from the beginning, because once you start taking the condom off, it's just going to feel so good that putting the condom back on is going to feel like you're eating a sandwich through a fucking plastic bag. That's how I like to compare it to. If it's like eating food through a plastic bag, you can't taste anything. So wrap it up and just wear fucking protection, dude. Like, don't train yourself to go off the protection. Stay on the protection. It will save you a lot of headache. And another thing is get tested. I get tested, nearly every 6 months at least. Do the blood, do the urine, do everything. So you get tested for like the STIs, like chlamydia and all that stuff. But you also get tested for like the bigger things, like, the blood is where you get tested for like, HIV, syphilis, all that stuff. This is like some serious stuff that you need to keep in check. So, get tested. I get tested all the time. I mean, now I'm kind of more selective. I don't sleep with as many girls anymore because I've just done it all. But yeah, get tested, make sure you're fine. And yeah, if girls are like, oh, let's do it without a condom, please try to do it with a condom, man, and stay on the condom, because once you taste that pussy raw, it's going to be hard to get off it, bro. Another thing is quality over quantity. This is something that I wish I did. I mean, I slept with some amazing girlfriends. I mean, I've had girls that are like fucking stunning, but that's the looks. Some personalities were like a bit shit. I wouldn't really want to stay around those girls for too long, because some of them are just annoying or just bad personalities or just not the kind of girls that I want to have. So after a while, sex is basically just the same with everybody, to be honest with you. Like, it's not that different. Pussy is the same, So try to go for quality over quantity. And that's what I'm doing now. Basically, I'm really selective with the girls that I let into my life or I engage with. Back in the days, I used to be a bunny, bro, just a fucking rabbit, just go for it kind of thing. But yeah, be more selective, dudes, because sex is sex, and you would rather spend time with a girl that you actually like and want to keep around for longer. So that's it, guys. Quick video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. If you guys have any questions and any video ideas that you want me to make. If you want to level up your dating life and yourself, you're on a self-improvement journey and you want you want to get quicker, you want help, and you want to be around guys that are doing the same to push you and get achieve your goals much quicker. I've created a free community, and it's linked in the description. There is a free course there to help you out get better results in dating, and you basically will be surrounded with other guys that will push you, and I will be there as well in the community. So feel free to join. It's completely free, and subscribe to the YouTube channel here, guys. I appreciate having you here to watch this video and the other videos that I'm gonna make. So let's keep in touch, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.